U.S. military forces reportedly trained earlier this month for a mission that would put them on North Korean soil, with the objective of infiltrating and removing weapons of mass destruction, according to foreign military sources. Revealing photos of a recent exercise, dubbed Warrior Strike, show a U.S. military unit known as the Blackjack Brigade training alongside their South Korean counterparts at Camp Stanley, in Korea. The pictures were featured in a post on the unit's Facebook page. The images show soldiers training with night vision equipment, armored vehicles and full face protective gear, including gas masks. Descriptions of the event suggest soldiers practiced for eventualities such as transporting injured comrades and capturing combatants. According to South Korea's Yonhap news agency, which quoted anonymous military sources, the combined exercise was designed to simulate infiltrating North Korea and removing weapons of mass destruction in case of conflict. An army spokesperson stationed in South Korea declined to comment. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has suggested repeatedly that one of his main goals in Korea was to avoid sending U.S. forces into North Korean territory. But he also seemed to concede last week that is a scenario that might need to be addressed. On December 13, State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert reiterated to reporters what Tillerson has described as the 4 things he won't do when it comes to North Korea, a list he calls the 4 no's. We are not seeking the collapse of the North Korean regime. We are not seeking regime change. We are not seeking the accelerated reunification of the Korean peninsula. And we are not seeking an excuse to send our military north of the border with South Korea, according to Nauert. She was responding to a question concerning remarks Tillerson had made a day earlier. It can mean everything from putting pressure on allies to support a transition of power to actually removing political leaders by force, sometimes referred to as a political decapitation. As Fox News reported over the summer, a South Korean lawmaker suggested the country's intelligence agency had determined North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is so terrified of being targeted that he travels incognito and is now obsessed with collecting information about the decapitation operation through his intelligence agencies. According to that South Korean lawmaker, Kim is so frightened that he now disguises his movements, travels primarily at dawn, and in the cars of his henchmen. Public appearances in his prized Mercedes-Benz 600 have been curtailed. North Korea's UN representative referenced the beheading operation in a sternly worded 2016 letter to the Security Council, suggesting the joint military operations regularly conducted by the US and South Korea constitute a grave threat to North Korea, as well as international peace and security. By January of this year, there were reports South Korea was speeding up the creation of a specialized unit designed for this mission, initially slated to be ready by 2019. During this year's Fall Eagle and Key Resolve exercises with South Korea, one of the largest annual military exercises in the world, members of U.S. Navy SEAL teams reportedly participated in decapitation drills with South Korean counterparts for the first time.